mean, most people don't even understand that type of grind. When you talk about driving all around the country, you even told the story. I was listening and doing my research with you. That 79 Colors got a lot of play.
Yeah.
A lot of people rode in that car. Cedric the Entertainer rode in that car
He
down
did.
Peachtree, coming up with Lil
He did.
Darryl.
We were staying at the Marriott on 14th Street. It's still there at the Marriott Suites,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
And we went down to Peachtree to make a left to go down Peachtree, and right where that Chick-fil-A is on your right.
Yep.
That's what said, because it was raining, and we was doing Uptown Comedy Corner. It was right behind Houston. But that was the opening night. That was a Friday night. And Sid and I opened that club up. We were the first two comedians to ever perform on that stage.
Wow.
I was the opening act, and then it was Sid. It was not even a middle act. And there was about 15, 16 people in the audience because the club was brand new. That was the opening night. Nobody knew. And we had a few more people that Saturday. Sid was like, man, that look. I said, hey, I got a character. Or whatever, and it's true because the gentleman went to my home church.
Yeah.
Said Lil Darryl, and when he says Easter speech, you got to say my name, Lil Darryl, and then you got to turn around and go, leave me alone, and then my name, Lil Darryl, and this grandma said like helped me. I had like a lot of it, but said helped me like really put that baby together.
Yeah.
He said, you do that on stage. He said, you're gonna strike gold. I said, okay.
So you did it that night.
I tried it that night, and it was when I did it on BET Comic View.
Was when it hit.
That's when it blew up.
Yeah.
And I mean, it blew up. I went out to LA, take BET Comic View. Cat Williams was on that episode. Mike Epps was on that episode. Mike Epps
Wow.
had on a Dallas Cowboy jersey. Cat Williams was then at the time Alley Cat. We were all on the same episode. Mike
Wow.
said, just go out there. He said the audience had been sitting there all night. It was the same audience.
Yeah.
And I had my son, Brandon was with me, and I did it at the end. Man, they was laughing so freaking hard. I started getting excited. And I'm like, my name Lil Darryl. I started screaming in the mic or whatever. And I came off stage, man. I didn't know what happened. The comedians was running. Comedians had left their trailers. I remember Zoo Man, and he came and he grabbed me, he picked me up, and all the comedians was going crazy. You would have thought that I threw the winning touchdown pass. He was like, man, Zoo Man was like, man, your gonna blow up, man. When this air, he said, man, you about to start getting booked. And he was right. The minute it aired, every line that came out, for all Greek organizations that came out, it was a Lil Darryl on every line.
What?
Yeah, people was getting ready to cross that spring. Everybody had one dude online name was Lil Darryl. I went from staying at the Holiday Inn to a 5-star. People started sending plane tickets. It wasn't no more driving the shows now.
Wow.
So I started getting plane tickets.
Off of Lil Darryl.
Off of Lil Darryl. And I had an act because I had been performing for a while. So now I'm coming in headlining, and I was giving good shows. Lil Darryl was just and I would have to do Lil Darryl up front to get it out of the way. Just to get it out of the way so I can do the rest of my jokes.
Yeah.
So, and I was putting on good shows. I would go on with Mike Roberts and Carol in the morning on V103. And I had prank phone calls already, right? Because I was on the Buck Wild Morning Show in Birmingham on 95.7. I was on with Buck in Africa. And I already had prank phone calls, so I would go to do an interview to tell people to come out to the comedy club. But instead of doing an interview, I was playing the prank phone calls. So that got people excited because now your prank phone calls are funny on the air. Now people coming out to the show. And I was selling out. I stole this from your dad. I did a comedy club in Columbia, South Carolina. I did 5 shows in one day. 5.
What time did you start?
I started at in the afternoon at noon.
A noon show.
Because I'm here to make money. I'm not here to lay in a hotel room all day. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get it. That line was around the building. That's the first time I made some money. I was able to buy a house. And
all because of Lil Darryl.
Yep, I bought a 95 Jeep Cherokee. You couldn't hit me in the ass.
With the doors off.
What? No, the Jeep, the box Jeep
Oh,
Cherokee.
the box one, okay.
95. I had an army green 95 Jeep Cherokee. I thought I was rich driving around that damn little bitty box Jeep Cherokee. Boy, my son like, Dad, we rich. We got a new car. Like, yeah, but let's go.